Who lives at the bottom of the Mariana Trench? Why did the Nazis want to explore it during World War II? I'll tell you about the incredible discoveries and secrets that this amazing place holds. And at the end, I've saved the most mind-blowing part. One of the theories about how this hole in the earth even came to be. Actual depth. But let's take it step by step. The Mariana Trench is a true mystery of the world's oceans. It is located in the Philippine Sea, not far from the southeastern part of Guam, and it got its name because of its proximity to the Mariana Islands. The exact depth of this trench is still unknown, but one of the most famous measurements taken aboard the Soviet research vessel Vityaz in 1957 recorded a figure of 36,650 feet. The deepest point of the trench is called the Challenger Deep. It's interesting to wonder why the Mariana Trench is so deep. Scientists believe it's due to the collision of two tectonic plates, the small Mariana Plate and the massive Pacific Plate. This collision creates such a unique and deep formation. However, this is not the only theory, just the official one, so people don't ask too many questions. Facts. Why? Hidden at the bottom of the Mariana Trench are mountain peaks. 4 of these rise more than 6,500 feet above the floor. These mountains were first observed in the 20th century thanks to advanced oceanographic equipment even before the first dives were made. A tectonic rift couldn't have formed them with such symmetry. The Mariana Trench is crescent-shaped and stretches about 1,580 miles long. Its average width is 43 miles, and its maximum depth reaches 7 miles. The pressure at the bottom of the trench is 100 times higher than at sea level, and the water temperature rarely rises above 37 degrees Fahrenheit. No wonder this place remains one of the most mysterious spots on the planet. The Mariana Trench is often referred to as the 4th pole of the Earth. In addition to the 2 geographic poles, the North and South Poles, there are geomorphic poles, Everest as the highest point and the Mariana Trench as the deepest. Imagine, Mount Everest could fit into this trench, and there would still be over 3,300 feet of water on top. The number of people who have been to the bottom of the Mariana Trench can be counted on one hand. In 1960, John Walsh from the US Navy and Jacques Piccard from Switzerland became the first to reach this extreme point in the Bathyscaphe, Trieste. It must be incredible to see such depths with your own eyes. The next visit ended in a real internet scandal. Strange discovery. The second daring person to touch the bottom of the Mariana Trench was none other than James Cameron, the director famous for Avatar. In 2012, he descended to the bottom alone, leaving his mark in the history of deep-sea exploration. Cameron not only filmed unique footage of the area, but also brought up samples of marine life. His dive received widespread attention after National Geographic aired a documentary about the event, sparking great interest in videos from the depths of the ocean. But there was also an element of mystery. UFO enthusiasts and mystery lovers had long speculated about the existence of unknown creatures and even civilizations at the bottom of the trench. The video from the dive was rumored to confirm their theories. Some even claimed to have seen traces of prehistoric monsters and even elements of alien technology. The most memorable case was a photograph showing a cave resembling ancient Mayan tombs. The photo triggered a storm of discussions online after a Reddit user pointed out its unusual contours. And the strangest part is that Cameron initially confirmed the photo, but then denied it, claiming he didn't have the equipment capable of taking such a high-quality photo at that depth. Strange, right? In the end, the fuss died down, and once again, we didn't get to know the truth. The publication went viral, but as it turned out later, no serious research on this matter was conducted. Everything was left unresolved. Alien shipwrecks. Currently, the Mariana Trench is a marine reserve. This means that any activity related to industrial resource extraction, including fishing and mining, is prohibited within its boundaries. The only exception is scientific research aimed at studying and preserving the unique underwater ecosystem of this deep-sea area. Exploration of these depths also raised many questions about the existence of other intelligent forms of life on Earth. One of the most intriguing incidents occurred in the summer of 2012, when the unmanned vehicle Titan discovered unusual objects at a depth of 33,000 feet. Titan was launched from the research vessel Rick Messenger to conduct video and photo surveys of the underwater world. During the mission, cameras recorded strange metallic flashes, and then large objects resembling flying saucers appeared under the lights, covering an area of about 1 square mile. A few minutes later, Titan stopped transmitting data and never returned to the surface. This incident sparked a heated discussion about the possible existence of extraterrestrial life. Can life exist at such depths? This incident highlights how little we know about the underwater world of our planet. More than 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered by water, and life originated in the water. Scientists believe that the underwater depths could be home to prehistoric animals and potentially intelligent beings whose civilization might have developed over millions of years. Hydrothermal activity sources at the trench's bottom, such as hydrothermal vents, could provide all the necessary conditions for sustaining life, creating unique ecosystems we may not even suspect. I'll show you some of the creatures that live there later. Just keep in mind that this is only what we know. And contrary to the long-standing assumption that life is impossible at depths beyond 23,000 feet, recent research has shown otherwise. At depths where total darkness and extremely limited oxygen prevail, unique forms of life exist. Evolution here occurs very slowly, making the inhabitants resemble prehistoric creatures. In these conditions, mainly small crustaceans live, while fish can survive only up to about 26,000 feet. These creatures are living proof of remarkable adaptation to the extreme conditions of the ocean depths. And here's another mystery of the Mariana Trench: the bloop. The bloop is a mysterious sound first recorded in 1997 by hydrophones of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, placed 3,100 miles apart in the Pacific Ocean. This loud and unusual sound immediately attracted the attention of scientists. And yes, according to many scientists, the source of these strange vibrations was in the Mariana Trench. For many years, the origin of the bloop remained an unsolved mystery, giving rise to various theories, including the suggestion of a giant sea monster. Scientists estimated that this creature would have weighed several thousand tons. Can you imagine? However, detailed analysis and research of the sound spectrum eventually led scientists to propose another explanation. They suggested that the bloop was the result of cryoseism, an event related to cracks and fissures in the ice in Antarctica, occurring when icebergs calve from glaciers. But then the question arises, if the ice is constantly moving and colliding, why was this sound recorded only then? And why is it mentioned as being from Antarctica when the source was in the Mariana Trench? All this remains unanswered. In subsequent research, especially in the context of studying climate changes and their impact on polar regions, the bloop became an important subject for scientific analysis. It seems to me that some details might be kept from us, so we can only guess. So, who is proven to live at the bottom of the Mariana Trench? The lanternfish. And indeed, there are a lot of different organisms here, and not just the tiniest ones. For example, the lanternfish is a true deep-sea beacon, living at depths greater than 5,900 feet, where almost complete darkness prevails. This small fish, only about 6 inches long, has a unique ability for bioluminescence. Its body is covered with glowing organs, which the lanternfish uses not only for communication with its kind, but also for defense and as bait to attract prey. One of the most remarkable features of the lanternfish is the glowing tip of its lure. This lure acts like a trap. Its light attracts small fish that see it as an easy meal. However, as they get closer, they themselves become victims of the voracious lanternfish. Thus, the lanternfish turns the deep-sea darkness to its advantage, using light as a means of survival and hunting. Think that's all? No, here's another monster from the depths: the cloak shark. And yes, this one is a real predator. The cloak shark got its name from its unusual gill structure. It has 6 rows of wavy gills, each about 5 feet 9 inches long. Can you imagine? These sharks prefer depths greater than 3,012 feet, where they rarely encounter humans. Cloak sharks that are brought to the surface almost instantly die due to the drastic changes in surrounding pressure, making observation in their natural habitat the only way to study them. But as you can understand, doing this at nearly 39,000 feet deep is extremely problematic. Therefore, it's even hard to imagine how long and heavy the largest specimens might get. The barrel-eye fish. And here's another strange fish. The barrel-eye is yet another amazing creature of the deep sea, adapted to live in conditions of extreme light deprivation. This fish has a transparent head, allowing its barrel-shaped eyes to move freely inside. These eyes are usually directed upwards, giving the barrel-eye the ability to see silhouettes of potential prey swimming above it. This structure helps the fish detect even the faintest and scattered rays of light, which is critical for survival in the dark ocean depths. The funnel at the bottom. By the way, here's another interesting fact. It concerns a unique process occurring in the Mariana Trench. The Challenger Deep, the deepest point of the trench, acts as a sort of funnel for water seeping through cracks in the Earth's crust. This place is where two tectonic plates intersect, with the denser and older Pacific plate gradually moving beneath the less significant Mariana plate. As a result of this movement, huge volumes of seawater seep into the cracks, reaching the Earth's crust and upper mantle. At such depths, with high temperatures and pressure, the water gets encapsulated in minerals and transported deeper into the mantle. According to estimates, over the past million years, more than 80 million tons of water have been transferred beneath the Earth's crust in this way. Where and what happens to it there, it remains unknown. What were the Nazis looking for? Think that's all the mysteries of the Mariana Trench? No, I'm just getting to the most interesting part. During the height of World War II, when the struggle for technological supremacy reached its peak, German scientists and engineers turned their attention to the unexplored depths of the world's oceans. In 1943, under a secret program, Nazi Germany began exploring the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans. What were they looking for? Officially, the expedition aimed at oceanographic research, but in reality, the mission was to investigate the possibilities of extracting rare minerals and studying unknown biological species that could be used in developing new weapons or medical treatments. For this mission, a special submersible called the Leviathan was designed, capable of withstanding the extreme pressures of depths over 5,000 miles and equipped with advanced life support systems. After months of preparation and testing, the Leviathan embarked on its first dive. The scientific team on board was able to collect samples of previously unknown flora and fauna, including unique fish species adapted to high pressure and complete darkness. The most significant discovery was the finding of a rare mineral with unique energy properties. Unfortunately for Germany, by the time the Leviathan returned, the war was nearing its end, and the country's leadership was unable to make use of the data collected. After the war, project archives were seized by the Allies, and the results of the German deep-sea research were either lost or simply hidden. What was in those documents remains a mystery. How did the Mariana Trench form? And as promised at the very beginning, here's a conspiracy theory about the origin of this place that surpasses all others in its fantastical nature and scale, but believe me, it's worth considering. According to this theory, the Mariana Trench is not just a natural geological formation, it is the result of an ancient technological catastrophe that occurred in an era when ancient civilizations had technologies allowing them to control the Earth's tectonic plates. After all, no one would deny that the Maya or the people of Egypt possessed unique skills and knowledge that didn't fit their level of development. Perhaps ancient peoples used powerful energy, sources whose forces we can only imagine. These sources allowed them to undertake massive geoengineering projects, including creating artificial trenches and channels on the ocean floor to control sea currents and alter the climate. The Mariana Trench was one such project, intended to stabilize the planet's climate. However, according to some versions, a catastrophe occurred due to the instability of the energy resources used, or a global conflict between ancient nations. This led to a massive tectonic shift, resulting in the formation of the Mariana Trench. The civilization responsible for this event was either destroyed or forgotten, leaving only this mysterious mark on the ocean floor. Its strange shape, which does not conform to normal tectonic plate movements, supports this version. So, what do you think? How did the Mariana Trench form, and what might be at its bottom? Write your thoughts in the comments. And yes, if you love interesting stories and want to write scripts, edit videos, or do voiceovers, check out my Telegram bot via the link in the description. I'd be happy to collaborate with you. Thanks for watching.